Reporting live from the getaway, it's your boy Smoooth
and Siddall.
This the platform because when it's about sports,
it becomes our business.
Yes, it was a slight delay.
Yep.
We apologize.
Little technical difficulties, but we are here.
We're here. We made it.
We are here.
It's good to see you again, bro.
Good, man.
Hey,
it's good to be here, man.
Last week we had a lot of great responses in regards to the show, in regards to our HD clarity voices and everything.
Hi there.
They got the whole radio thing going with our voices. But hey, once again, we're back. We're better than ever. We're ready to get right into it. You know how we do it. Just get on here, get logged in, get comfortable, get situated, enjoy yourself. Let's talk about sports. We don't want to do it by ourselves, even though we don't mind. We want to get y'all into it as well. So what is your hot topic right now?
Well, my hot topic right now is definitely the NFL playoff picture right now.
Yeah.
It is heating up, and I'm telling you, we are about to see it crystallize because we got 2 weeks to go in the NFL season, that I should say.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, I look forward to it as well. It's amazing how fast the season has just came and almost gone now. Week 16 starts tomorrow night.
Yes.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Tomorrow night, yeah.
It's
and,
crazy.
we got those Saturday games, since college football has ended. So, we're going to have some football on Saturday. It's going to be a little bit NFL.
Yeah, so if y'all love some football, these next few weeks is going to be some of the best weeks of your life.
Yes.
A lot of football on the way. My hot topic, I had to keep it off sports just for a second. It's going to be this dude right here. This dude right here. I went to his father's memorial this past Saturday, and he had the courage. He had the what's they call it? What McMahon call them? The cojones to be the master of ceremony for his father, and he did a wonderful job. Held things down. I was proud of him. So, start off personally, hot topic. This dude right here for doing an incredible job.
Stop it.
Because I know it wasn't easy, and he held things down. So, shouts out to you, man.
I appreciate the love, man. That's what we do here. Hey, this is family right here. This is family at the platform. So, appreciate that, dog.
Anytime. Another hot topic going to the sports world. This is something that probably just started coming on out the last maybe 3-4 hours ago. This could actually change the college basketball landscape. And this is actually something that's not
the brother they love to hate.
This is actually something that's not actually bad at all. And for reasons that which we'll explain in a second. But Mr. LeVar Ball has announced today that he will start a basketball league highlighting high school players who just graduated from high school and they do not want to go to college. Not saying they want to get the education, but they feel like they are maybe an NBA draft pick away, but couldn't do it because of the college basketball rules of you got to be enrolled for 1 year, at least 1 year, or 19 years of age to be in the NBA. It's
actually the NBA's rule.
That's true.
Yeah. That's the caveat there. That's key.
In which David Stern. That's the old one. Well, Adam Silver.
Right.
He did state that they were talking about making some changes about that, but we'll get to that later. The big significance about this is that, let's say you get all these top 100 recruits from high school. They have the opportunity, if everything goes into plan, which sounds like it is, that they wouldn't have to worry about going to college or wasting basically a year in school. Because if you think about it, if you saw like the Ben Simmons story on Showtime a couple years ago, they showed us the path of him going to college for that 1 year at LSU. And he basically didn't really go to school. If he did, he really wasn't in there for the grades because, well, like he said himself, it didn't really matter because he wasn't going to graduate from the school anyway. He was going to be there just for a semester or two, and that was it. And that's exactly what he did. So what LeVar Ball is doing is he's giving these players an opportunity to have a year of playing in this league, and then you have a lot of pro scouts seeing you at these games, and you ain't got to worry about going to college.
And most importantly, they're getting paid to be there.
They're getting paid to play.
They're getting paid to play. And see, this is what it's come down to. We've always had this discussion about college sports and should they compensate the players for their time in college sports and athletics. These schools, this university, the NCAA, it is a $1 billion industry,
right?
And the hot commodity of the corporation, if you will, are the players,
right? And
they don't even get compensated at all. They can't even get offered a cheeseburger without getting in trouble,
right?
So that was it's been highlighted throughout the years, and I just remember the Fab Five documentary on ESPN where I think it was Chris Webber was getting interviewed, and the interviewer was like, "Hey, you want to get something to eat?" He's like, "No, it's against the rules. I can't accept it." And then the same moment they walk past a store with his jersey hanging there being sold.
Right.
And he doesn't get a dime from that.
Right. You ain't getting nothing in regards to the merch.
I even remember as a kid having the Michigan starter jacket. I saw a post today about the Michigan starter jackets. I posted up. So everybody had those things. Everybody was getting Michigan merchandise because of the Fab Five, and they couldn't see one dime of those proceeds.
Right.
And there's a million other stories with the fraud that was happening with Louisville and other teams. Look, this is a league. LeVar Ball is opening it up to these players to showcase their talent, get that 1 year of playing experience against other talents of their caliber, and waiting that year out and getting paid to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's going to get pulled off, but if it does, if we see this league coming to fruition, we could see a game changer on our hands. Again, it's going to be a game changer for both the NCAA and NBA and how these athletes are being recruited.
Yeah, and like I said, this can really, really change the game in regards to players wanting to go to college. Mark Emmert, he's the NCAA president of all things college basketball, and he even stated, if people like LeVar Ball doesn't want their sons to play, that's on them. That's their issue. So LeVar is like, okay, so be it. And look what he's trying to do now. And he said the top player on the team, would make about $10,000 a month. Lowest player would make at least $2,000 a month. And you'll be playing in actual arenas, not just no rinky-dink gyms. You're going to be playing in actual arena. I think it's Atlanta, New York, Dallas, some other cities. Looking for, I think, 10 teams.
Right.
Squad of like maybe 10 players or so. And you play a few months. NBA rules. You have the 4 quarters, 2 halves. 2 halves. So he's putting in a big effort, which, like I said, I like it. This is like straight, pioneer stuff, leading the way and changing the game. You see what he's already done in regards to the shoe game. Right. Now you're seeing what he's doing in regards to trying to have his own league. This ain't gonna be like no XFL type stuff. No, and I heard some rumors about that coming back. But anyway, I digress. Hey, shout outs to Ted Gatlin Jr. for tuning into the show, man. Hey, chime in if you want to participate in this conversation. But going back to LeVar Ball,
A lot of people don't like his antics
Mm-hmm.
and his boasting and bragging, but what he's doing is what we've seen in sports all this time. Promotion.
Pimping the game.
He is promoting his brand, he's promoting himself, and he is promoting his sons.
Yeah.
And he is a savvy businessman.
He is.
And I have grown to respect him.
Yeah. You have to.
At first, I kind of laughed him off. I thought this guy was just some big mouth
because it was different.
Because it was different.
Yeah.
He came across as a big mouth and really didn't, back up. Just a lot of boasting and no action. But he has came with some action, boss.
Yeah.
He is really making a splash right now.
He is truly a trendsetter. He's going to be a name that you would not forget from years to come.
Yeah, so LeVar Ball is making moves. Hey, I see you. And I respect it. I respect his hustle, man. And a lot of people need to take notes.
Yeah, and it would truly be amazing to see if this really goes into effect. He gets the backing and to see how it affects college basketball, because it will kill a lot of universities, especially like the Dukes, the Carolinas, the Kentucky, the schools that usually could get these guys for 1 year. Can you imagine if all the recruits decided to play for the big baller brand league instead?
Let's see. I want to play for Duke for no money, going to classes that I don't really want to go to, just going to go to school for a year just to go to the NBA. There's a league that's going to pay me for a year.
Decisions.
And I showcase my talents, and the scouts, is going to be there.
Yes. They got to, because
I might have to go ahead and see what LeVar Ball talking about.
There we go. So, hey, big news today, and this can really start something in the next few years if this really comes into play. So that is our hot topic.
Definitely.
Up next is the platform pick'em results from week 15.
Oh, yeah.
So this man here, he was hoping that he can come back with the comeback.
That Birdman hand rub, man. I'm coming for that #1 spot.
Yeah. So let's see how we looking. Week 15.
And if you remember from last week, you know who we picked and everything. So if you're following along, here you go.
Right. So Denver at Indianapolis. I had Indianapolis.
I had Denver.
And Denver won.
Yes, the dub. I ate some W's.
Chicago at Detroit. I had Detroit.
I had Detroit.
And Detroit won. Chargers at Kansas City. I had the Chargers.
I had Kansas City.
Kansas City won. And basically hurt the Chargers' chances of making it to the probably to the playoffs.
Yeah, and Chargers woke up.
Yeah. Miami at Buffalo. I had Buffalo.
I had Buffalo.
Buffalo won. Buffalo wings. Green Bay at Carolina. The return of Aaron Rodgers, that bad man.
He's back.
Not no more though.
No, he ain't back no more.
Carolina. I had Carolina.
And I had Carolina.
Carolina won.
Yeah.
Did you see that play that Cam Newton made when he told Clay Matthews after Clay Matthews was like, "Oh, we'll play. Cam was like, "I see you've been watching our film, huh?"
Right.
Check this out though. And then touchdown the very next play. That has to be one of the best plays, best moments in regards to the mic, hearing everything on the field and then seeing the result.
Yep.
That had to be pretty awesome. Baltimore at Cleveland. I had Baltimore.
I had Baltimore.
Baltimore won. Houston at Jacksonville. I had Jacksonville.
And I had Jacksonville.
Jacksonville won. Cincinnati at Minnesota. I had Minnesota.
I had Minnesota.
And Minnesota won. Jets at New Orleans. I had New Orleans.
I had the NO.
New Orleans won. Philadelphia at the Giants. I had Motown Philly.
Yep, I had Philly.
Philly won. Arizona at Washington. I had Arizona.
And I had Washington.
As you see, this is not leading down the right path for me, y'all.
That
Washington won.
W.
Rams at Seattle. What a game.
Ooh,
we discussed that in a minute. Rams. I had the Rams.
I had the Rams.
Rams won. I'll shoot. Rams won is like an understatement.
Right.
New England at Pittsburgh.
Break something, man.
I had Pittsburgh.
And I had New England.
Oh, boy.
Man, we'll talk about that one.
Whew. New England won. Tennessee at San Fran. I had San Fran.
And I had Tennessee.
San Fran won. Dallas at Oakland. I had Dallas.
And I had Dallas.
Dallas won. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. I had them Dirty Birds.
And me as well. ATL.
Yep, and ATL won. So this week,
Woo-wee.
I was 12-4. This man
and like the Rams did to Seattle, I tore up the pick'ems this week. I went 15-1, including went 4-1 in the head-to-head.
Man,
so let's see what we did here.
Dominant fashion. And tell me your total.
Okay, I went. Now my new total is 143-80.
Oh, wow.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm calculating mine right now.
Calculating.
Boom, 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 boom.
Calculating.
So, 9, 5. Okay.
Read them and weep.
There we go. So I am 159-79.
159.
Yep.
How is that possible?
Let's see, because I had oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My bad.
Here we
my
go.
Bad,
we got some controversy.
My bad.
The judges.
I was adding the wrong.
Just like some boxing judges right here trying to
go.
get a brother.
4. There we go. Okay.
Don't let the judges go to the
I'm
score.
tripping. 144-79.
Woo-wee.
There we go.
143, 144. I am one game back, y'all.
The man came back on me.
The man right here.
So these next 2 weeks.
Okay, it's coming down to the wire.
These next 2 weeks are crucial, y'all. Crucial. You gotta find out what's gonna be like the prize or something.
I don't know, man.
You gotta come up with something.
A chalice or something, you know.
Yeah, give us some ideas, y'all, on what should be the prize for the season winner.
The
pick'em
chalice or something. I don't know.
All right, so week 16.
All right, let's do it.
Starts off Saturday with 2 games. Indianapolis at Baltimore. I have Baltimore.
I have Baltimore.
Minnesota at Green Bay. I have Minnesota.
I have Minnesota.
Tampa Bay at Carolina. I have Carolina.
I got Carolina.
Cleveland at Chicago. I have Chicago.
I have Cleveland.
Whoa.
I predict that Cleveland will finally win.
Yeah, this Sunday will probably be their best chance.
Yep.
Detroit at Cincinnati. I have Detroit.
I have Detroit.
Speaking of Cincinnati, isn't that amazing that Marvin Lewis is finally stepping down?
Finally stepping down.
Finally.
15 years, man. I mean, he couldn't win a single playoff game.
Couldn't win a single playoff
game. Man. And he's a good coach. People forget that Marvin Lewis was the defensive coordinator of the 2000 Ravens, considered one of the greatest defensives of all time. But, such is life.
That was then.
Yeah.
Miami at Kansas City. I have Kansas City.
I have Kansas City.
Buffalo at New England. I have New England.
I have New England.
Atlanta at New Orleans. I have Atlanta.
I have Atlanta.
What?
Yep.
Chargers at the Jets. I have the Chargers.
I have the Chargers.
Rams at Tennessee. I have the Rams.
I got the Rams, man.
Denver at Washington. I have Denver.
I have Washington.
Oh, okay. That could be the one right there, y'all.
Yeah. That could be the one.
Flip it over. Right.
Flip it.
Flip it or stay down. Jacksonville at San Fran. I have Jacksonville.
I have Jacksonville.
San Fran is playing mighty well, though.
They are. Garoppolo.
Jimmy G, he's balling, y'all. New York Giants at Arizona. I have Arizona.
I got Arizona.
Seattle at Dallas. I have Dallas.
I got Dallas.
Pittsburgh at Houston. I have Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh.
Oakland at Philadelphia. I have Philadelphia.
I got Philly.
And Monday night, you have 2 games.
Yeah.
On Christmas Day, y'all. Christmas Day.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Football fans.
Happy New Year.
So, week 16, the playoff picture is crystallizing. Speaking of which, let's see. I have brought up the playoff picture, ladies and gentlemen.
If everything started right now.
Yeah. If everybody got in, if the season ended right now, we have in the AFC the Patriots as the first seed and the Steelers as the second seed. In the AFC wildcard division, we would see the Bills at the Jaguars. Then we would see the Titans at the Chiefs. Yes, Bills holding on to a 6th seed and Jacksonville a 3rd seed, while the Titans holding on to a 5th seed and the Kansas City Chiefs a 4th seed. But we know, like you said, we got 2 weeks.
Right.
What are we looking like in the NFC?
Right now, if the playoffs started tonight, we have the 1st seed, the Eagles, 2nd seed, the Vikings. In the NFC wildcard game, the Los Angeles Rams will have a home game against the Dirty Birds.
First time since 1993 we have an LA playoff game.
Man, good research there, buddy.
Hey, you know.
And then in the other game, we will have a rematch. It'll be the 3rd game, Carolina at New Orleans. So a lot can change from this week to 2 weeks from now.
Teams got to win out, and some upsets may happen.
Now, there was a particular game that we need to discuss.
Oh, boy.
And
I knew it was coming.
When I say controversy, it was some controversy.
Oh, man, it was some troubles going on in this building.
It was such an amazing game. New England at Pittsburgh. Everyone and their mamas was talking about, oh, Pittsburgh got robbed. They got cheated on because Jesse James, the outlaw.
The outlaw.
The road dog.
Right.
He apparently caught the ball, got on one knee like he was Boys to Men, and reached over the end zone for the touchdown.
Yep.
The place was going crazy. Only 2 plays happened on that drive.
But something
had happened.
Something happened with the ball in there.
What had happened that when he landed, this was the word of the ref. He said he did not survive. He did not survive the ground.
He had a casualty on the field.
He didn't make it.
Survive.
He didn't make it.
I don't think he's gonna make it. Why did he say that? Why?
Where did you get that from?
He did not survive the ground.
I mean, like that is as bad as the referee at the Dallas Cowboy game folding up an index card in between the football.
Let me see if he got the first down. Let me see. Put the card right there. Let me see.
Oh, my goodness. So, like I said, going back to the Pittsburgh game, everyone is all going crazy. Kind of the Joker. They all just go crazy. They're all just losing their minds. But, people, a rule is a rule.
Rule is a rule. Don't tell Oakland that talking about the Tuck rule, though.
Oh, and don't tell Dez Bryant that about the Dez Bryant rule.
Yeah.
Or don't tell Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, Calvin Johnson.
About the rule, too.
Yeah.
In which the rules apply is that you must complete the catch.
You must maintain control of the ball throughout the catch.
Exactly.
That is the rule.
So, yes, it did appear that he caught the ball and he reached over the end zone. But if you do not control the ball, meaning you have to complete the process.
Yes.
That's the word.
You got to complete the process.
Complete the process. If you don't complete the process when you're landing on the ground with the ball, that's not a catch.
It's not a catch. And that is the rule. I mean, Yes, it is a terrible rule. We've seen it a couple of times. We mentioned it. The Calvin Johnsons of the world, the Dez Bryants of the world. They clearly had control of the ball, but not all the way through.
Right. Now,
when he hit the ground, it juggled in his hands.
Now that Dez Bryant one, that's still iffy to me because it was like he had the ball and he reached out, but because he reached out and lost the ball, that was a fumble.
Well, that happened to David Carr in the same week too.
Yeah,
he reached out to extend the football across the goal line, and the goal line or the ball slipped out of his hands into the goal line for a touchback.
Yeah.
That turned the tables on that game.
But once again, everyone that's out here on these social media sites, all on whatever,
all on the internet.
Oh my goodness, they got robbed, they got screwed. Oh, this is so wrong. It's a terrible call. But people, hello,
a rule is a rule.
It's a rule. I had someone trying to argue with me this past week, saying, the ground can cause a fumble, but I had to correct him. I said, well, first off, it wasn't ruled a fumble. This was an incomplete catch.
Right. It was
That's
not a fumble.
Two different things.
Yeah, the ground can't cause a fumble, but if you hit the ground and the ball moves, it can be an incomplete pass.
Exactly. By the way, shouts out to Jonathan McDaniel. He joined us. I hope you're doing well, Jay. Feel free to comment. Let us know what's going on. But, yeah, so bottom line, man, you have to complete the process. You have to come down with the ball. If the ball lands on the ground, you better hold on to your life. It better not wiggle, nothing. Better not twerk. Better not do anything. But you better have that mug.
Better not drop down and
I mean, I would say the ball must be stiff, but I don't know if that's appropriate. But anyway,
my pastor may be watching now.
It cannot move. It has to be still and complete the process. So while everyone and their mama was saying, oh, they got robbed, oh, they got cheated on, oh, the Patriots must have paid the refs, all I said was Pittsburgh choked.
Yeah, because the next play, a couple plays later.
No, you're right. The very next play.
Was it the very next play?
Oh, no, you're right. Two plays. You're right. Two plays later. I'm sorry.
Okay. Obviously, the Steelers haven't learned anything from the Seattle Seahawks.
No.
Do not pass the ball up the middle, up a crowded backfield in a short field against the New England Patriots in a big game. Because what happens? You're going to get intercepted. That's exactly what happened with Ben Roethlisberger. Faked the spike to throw a slant in the end zone only to be juggled and intercepted by the Patriots. Now, there's controversy around that too because no one knows who made the call for the fake spike. I would have made an executive decision to spike the ball, but he was following orders, from somebody.
Great players.
I don't know who.
And here's the thing: is that great players had to make that personal audible. Be like, you know what? I know the coach want this, but sometimes it don't look right. Let me go ahead and just spike it, or you could throw it 100 rows up in the stands if you want to. But that play should not have gone down how it did.
Ask Holmgren for the from the Packers if Brett Favre called any audibles in his career.
Right. Ask Peyton Manning. Omaha. Nation. Oh, let me stop. So bottom line is, Ben Roethlisberger, you have been in the league long enough to know that if something don't look right, don't feel right, it
ain't right.
And another thing is that the play in the end zone would have been irrelevant. Wouldn't even have mattered if the DB from Pittsburgh would have caught that easy interception that was right in his hands. See, everyone fails to realize.
Everybody forgot.
Everyone fails to realize that could have been prevented a long time ago, if he would have made the play, it wasn't like it was a fastball thrown to your hand and you
It was
just
just
missed
a
it.
float. It's like it just kind of just slow mode right into his hands and just didn't quite complete the interception.
And that was
that
pretty
moment.
much the microcosm of the season ending possibly for Pittsburgh, because
I don't know if
it's gonna be
end, but
it's gonna be tough.
they are the second seed.
They are the second seed. I believe they were last year, or almost. I want they were one of the top seeds last year.
Yeah,
but
they gotta implode right now.
They had an opportunity to get home field advantage throughout the entire playoffs.
Can't blame nobody but yourselves.
Exactly. You had the opportunity.
Don't blame the refs on this one.
No.
Matter of fact, that's what we say in fights and in close battles and things, whether it be games or fights. Don't let the referees decide the game.
Exactly.
Do not let it get to that point. And they let it get to that point.
Right. So once again, Pittsburgh, that is on you. So a few coaching changes going on in the NFL.
Yeah.
I know for one, Marvin Lewis just announced this past week that after 15 years, he's finally stepping down from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow.
I believe you already alluded to it, but all these years, and how many wins did he get in the playoffs? Yeah. So pretty bad.
But great coach nonetheless.
Yeah. He's a great coach until the playoffs.
Yeah, until you get to the playoffs. And that's when it
Speaking
blows up.
of coaches who can't really associate a lot. Well, I mean, you can associate some wins, but it's more so a lot of losses over the last few years. This man is trying to come back again to the league.
Don't do it.
Fans of St. Louis,
don't do it.
I know you are aware of this man, unfortunately. But yes, Jeff Fisher.
Don't do it.
Is trying to come back into the NFL. He is targeting the Browns, possibly the Bears, and some other teams. How do you feel about that, Siddall? Would you rather have Fisher as your coach or Mike Matheny?
That ain't fair. See, that's a what if right there. That's a bonus what if. Look, I'm going to say this. I'm talking to you, NFL executives. If you value your team, if you value winning, and if you value going to playoffs and winning championships and whatnot, do not hire Jeff Fisher. He is a coach who is stuck in the 80s and 90s. His philosophy is long past relevant right now in today's NFL. He will not help your team. Pop Warner coaches, high school football coaches, you have a great coach available for you. That's Jeff Fisher.
Right.
College and pros, no. Do not. No. Why is he trying to come back? The game is passed him up.
He feels like he still has something to prove. Like, you know what? I had this bad experience in LA. That wasn't my fault. That was Kroenke. Let me give it a fresh start, and I can do it. I know I can. I have some different talent on the team. I can make it happen.
Kroenke knew what he was doing when he hired Jeff Fisher as the head football coach.
He used your boy.
Because he knew Jeff Fisher wasn't going to win a lot of games.
He wasn't going to sell tickets.
No. And he only survived 1 year in LA where he got the boot.
Gone,
man.
Baby, yo.
It needs to stop, man.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Go on. I mean, hey, his local high school there. Hey, I bet you they'd like to have all the model to, high school. Go coach high school, man.
Or, he can always coach.
Take a break.
He can always coach an old school flag football league or something.
Hey, he can probably be a great executive for the NFL. He could be great as a front office guy.
Well, he can be the perfect model of not being the right coach to have for your team.
Yeah. Anything but coaching is his forte right now.
Yeah. So, do we have any more notable coaching?
I did not see it. There's a lot of rumors going around, but I
Okay.
don't think you will see a lot of coaching changes right now. Probably after week 17, you'll see heads roll, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of rumors right now. We won't speculate on that.
Now, let's change it up to something different. Who is your NFL MVP?
Yeah, I thought about this, man. It would have to be one young Carson Wentz.
Really?
Yeah, Carson.
So even with him being out for the rest of the year,
Yeah. I mean, he was the guy that led the Philadelphia Eagles all this time. I mean, he was the man. I was skeptical of him, Carson Wentz, and over time, he's proven that he was that guy. Now you got Nick Foles in there replacing him. He could be the next, Jeff Hostetler. You know, if we have some fans of a certain age, you remember how Jeff Hostetler took over Phil Simms' spot after he got hurt late in the year and led his team all the way into the Super Bowl against the Buffalo Bills. Wide right game.
Right.
So, I mean, he could be that guy, but Carson Wentz was the man that brought him to the dance. I think he should be the NFL MVP.
I will go ahead and say the person who will probably win the MVP, no doubt, is going to be Tom Brady.
And why? Why?
Record, how he's been playing this year. I mean, look at his numbers.
Because he wins every year.
Now I'm only saying that. Like I'm only saying that right now because Carson Wentz is out. Russell Wilson, he was definitely high up there until last Sunday happened.
Yeah, about last Sunday.
We'll talk about that once again very soon. Le'Veon Bell, he's up there, but
Ty Gurley's up there as well.
That's who I was just about to bring up.
Wow.
I feel that personally I would choose, I know Rams, whatever. I get it, people. I know.
I was trying to be fair.
But look at what the Rams have done. And this man leads the league in touchdowns. He's top 3 in yards rushing. I mean, he has been balling. And look what he did against Seattle at Seattle. Yes, I know Sherman wasn't playing. Wagner was pretty much hurt. Chancellor was out. But to still go up to Seattle and score 4 touchdowns, Gurley has been a beast.
He has, definitely.
When the last time you saw a running back win MVP?
It would be LaDainian Tomlinson.
So that's been
06.
I'm about to say that's been over 10 years ago.
Hey, Jonathan says he agrees. What do you agree with? Tell us.
He was referring to Jeff Fisher.
Oh, yeah.
How you begging them down?
Yeah.
So my MVP, and yeah, I'm gonna actually say Carson Wentz before he got hurt.
Yeah.
But I would say, to me, outside of Tom Brady, probably gonna win it. But Ty Gurley, yeah, watch out for them votes right there.
Yeah, Offensive Player of the Year now. Hey,
man, dude is doing his thing. And as we continue on with the Rams, once again, we already broke down 2 times that they came into Seattle and beat them by close to 40 points.
Man, this was supposed to be the Legion of Boom. This is supposed to be the 12th man. This is supposed to be the place where no one wants to play football.
You go in, leave out totally different.
And I've seen many years where the Rams just kind of like laid on their shield and gave up. And while the Seahawks rolled over them to the playoffs. But not today. Not this Sunday. Man, they opened up a can on Seattle.
And now it was no small can either, y'all.
They mollywopped them. They beat them down. They Millie Rock on their heads on Sunday. I mean, they led off the game. What was it, 20-something to nothing?
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait a minute. is this really happening? That the game has got, yeah, it was a big lead. Like, is it getting boring? Or is it really exciting to see the Rams do what they did at Seattle?
Oh, man, it was so satisfying because all those years of hearing about the Legion of Boom, hating the Seahawks, this, Seahawks, that. Man, it felt so good to see the Rams go in there and take care of business.
Just come in and dominate, and that's what they did. Aaron Donald, he's someone also can be mentioned for MVP.
Oh, my goodness.
That dude, I've never seen.
He just dominated. And I remember there was one time a couple years ago where he got so frustrated, he threw his helmet.
Trying to chase Russell Wilson around.
Well, yeah, and he channeled that frustration, it seemed like.
Yeah, he did.
And basically, he handed him his own behind to him. Say, here you go. You dropped this on the way up to the sack. It was at the entire girlie, my God. I mean, was it 4 touchdowns?
4 touchdowns. He did so much to the offense that Jared Goff didn't have to do a whole lot himself. And quarterbacks like that,
Yeah, they love a running game.
They don't mind. Okay, I'll fall back and get 165 yards passing.
You go.
While you're doing 200 some yards rushing and 300 some yards overall total yards. Hey, I'll take that anytime.
Hey, ask Kurt Warner what Marshall Faulk did. Exactly. All he had to do is a little toss pass. He can do the rest.
Exactly. So, shouts out to Eli. He has in. Hey, we're right now we're talking about the Rams in regards to making a statement, and yes, the Rams made a huge statement.
Now then, with all that said, now they only have one game. If they win next week against the Titans, win or tie, they win the division.
Right?
Can this young football team, inexperienced football team, pull it off and finish the job?
I say yes.
And I say as well, we said it in the pick 'em, we believe that.
Yeah. This is a whole different team that we've seen here and last year.
What a difference a new coach makes, huh?
I mean, just the whole the chemistry, the vibes you get from the team, the players that they've added. From Robert Woods to Cooper Kupp, seeing, Gurley playing like he should be. Goff picking up the offense.
Yeah.
This team.
Goff ain't no bust.
I've been waiting all year long for a game that will wake up the nation and say, you know what? This Rams team is officially legit. And last Sunday, it would have been different if they would have won maybe by 7 points.
Yeah.
But to win by almost 40 points at Seattle says a whole lot. That is what you call a statement.
And that was the only
all bold letters.
Yes, and that was only the second time that's happened since the 50s. And just mind you, they had the greatest show on turf. They were putting up points, my friend.
Right.
And even those teams didn't get close to that record.
Right.
So
yeah, so Rams definitely made a statement. Now, one more thing I want to talk about. Remember the St. Louis Rams drafted like in the top, I think he was like an 8.
He was
pick.
number 6.
He was traded. We traded picks to get this, to trade up to get this man, I believe.
6 overall.
He was like the fastest man in the world.
Oh man, his highlight tape was dope.
From West Virginia. Oh man, you thought he was just the next upcoming of
Devin Hester.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
And his career
is tainted, man.
Is every year is going from
it's going down. This is the year he could have thrived
of all offenses.
Oh my goodness, the innovation, he could have thrived in this type of offense, but it's just not quite happening. And we're talking about Tavon Austin, ladies and gentlemen.
This man, he was supposed to be like Danny Amendola, Wes Welker, Deshaun Jackson, the guy from Kansas City Chiefs who's balling out right now.
Oh, I thought you know who I was getting ready to say?
Who?
I was getting ready to say Dante Hall.
He put He's going old school with that one. But no, the guy.
Sorry, Hill.
Yeah, you know, Tavon Austin was supposed to be that big change of pace player.
Yeah.
And which we could put him anywhere, and he can either outrun a cornerback out there doing a wide out, or we can do a screen play, or we can have him in the flat. We can have him do slants. He can be any kind of receiver. And it just hasn't happened. And then he was supposed to be our punt returner.
Yeah. And
this year,
Farrell Cooper
took over his position because
which he made the Pro Bowl at that position.
Shouts out to you. But Tavon Austin, something mentally is not right, I think. And I don't know if it's because he's still with the Rams. If you feel like, okay, well, he's not the guy that he was supposed to be, so now he's taking it to the heart. But he is not that guy that was drafted 8th, that is producing right now. The man was like fumbling and muffing punts earlier this year. I mean, it has got to the point in which he's looking lost in the sauce.
That's a shame. You know, sometimes you just don't click with a team. Maybe he'll catch on somewhere else, but it just didn't happen, you know. All of our other top draft picks are balling out right now.
Right.
You know. So it's just, I don't know. It's just one of those things in sports where a player was great in college, had a lot of promise, and just didn't quite work out in the NFL, the pros. So I don't know.
Yeah, and
we're winning though.
Exactly. And I have a feeling that because I know he signed a big contract a couple years ago, but it's not a guarantee that he may be back.
Yeah, his contract is up now.
You know, and he's been used primarily as like a running back. You know, doing jet sweep stuff like that. He's not even a part of the normal offense for real.
No,
he's only in for like special plays. 2-3 years ago, he was one of the top 3 receivers, even though he shouldn't have been. But we, you know, the Rams didn't have a lot of wide receiver talent, you know, back then. But even then, he was utilized more.
And you know, and he did make some great plays in his own right when he was on. You know, I'll never forget that game in Indy where he tore up. He single-handedly tore up.
What a game! But he still hasn't been the same.
That was that promise that he showed. It just didn't pan out.
I see we have some more viewers. Shouts out to my boy Pancho. I know y'all see him on there as Lamondarius Martin. But
my cousin James
Pancho,
is on the line as well as Josh Stanton.
What's going on,
man?
What's going on, y'all? Hey, Stanton last night, not Giancarlo.
Not Giancarlo Stanton,
but Josh. Hey,
Josh Stanton.
He held the last few weeks, man. I gotta say, you've been holding things down at Word Up, and shouts out to your crew as well. Therapeutics,
man.
Lyrical therapy, the whole 9.
Yeah,
gotta get you here on this show, buddy.
It's always fun to DJ a therapeutic show, man.
Come on through, Josh. Let's have some nice sports conversations.
Yes,
you know, no singing. No wooing the ladies, but doing some straight sports talk.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Talk about some Nia Jackson stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that's coming soon as well, y'all. Yeah. Also, shouts out to Mimi Love.
The emancipation of Mimi.
There we go. So, hey, keep on coming, y'all. Please comment on any topic. We don't have no problem discussing anything because this is what the platform is all about. But once again, there is an APB out for Tavon Austin. He may not be around any longer with the Rams. Up next. So, I'm pretty sure you all heard what's going down in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Yes.
That the previous owner.
You mean you talking about the North Carolina Panthers?
The North Carolina Panthers.
North Carolina Panthers.
But yes, the owner, what's his name? Richardson.
Yeah.
Is it Tom or something like that?
Yeah, Richardson, man. He's in some hot water,
yeah.
Man. He had to basically was pointed out as doing some dirty stuff on the job, basically, and he is stepping down from ownership. of the Carolina Panthers. And
Jerry Richardson, I'm sorry.
Jerry Richardson, sorry, apologize there. Jerry Richardson. He has stepped down as the owner of the Carolina Panthers, and he is looking for buyers for his football team, which leads us to one mogul that has dominated a couple of industries. One in the music biz, one in fashion, even in television. A couple of shows.
Take that.
And he's always all up in the videos, dancing.
Take that.
We talking about one Sean P. Diddy Combs.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Outside of his private jet dancing. But hey, I thought I was one of those folks that thought that he was kind of joking.
You silly boy. You just playing.
Right. And apparently some other news outlets thought he was joking and made a terrible joke, right, which they had to apologize for. Right. You will not see this on the platform. We respect people here.
Yes, we do.
But there is news today that Sean Combs has talked to some investors.
Yes, so
it sounds real, like folks. He is serious, people.
And guess who wants to join in?
Who's this?
One Colin Kaepernick.
Oh my goodness!
And guess who else wants to join in?
Some guy over the West Coast that be shooting threes.
Steph Curry with the shot boy. So
it is serious, man, and man, that'll be something else. Now I might add history here. There has never been a minority-owned NFL football team, and we're not just talking about African American. It hasn't been a minority-owned NFL football team in the 80, 90 plus years of the NFL.
Right.
So, man,
and
that'll be game changer. We talk about game changers with LeVar Ball, man.
And Jonathan just said me too in regards to he wants to be part of the of the ownership.
Get in on this ownership game real quick.
I just want 5%, Jay. I just want 5%. He said him, P. Diddy, and Steph.
Right.
I just want 5%, Jay. Yeah, hold me down, bro. Hold me down.
Just give me a cool meal. I'm cool, man.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, man. It is pretty interesting to see how that will play out. Because here's the question that was posed here: will the NFL support a black owner?
Man, I would love to see the day that we will have a black owner in the NFL. My issue is just like what you just saw with the news reporter, etc., is that they're not, especially, and I hate to have to use him into the situation.
Yeah.
But you see how Trump has acted towards certain things.
Yeah. He's like the voice of that particular type of person.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't really respect people of other backgrounds.
Right.
And plays on stereotypes. Like the guy was talking about a mogul who has made millions of dollars, who has been very successful in his businesses, talking about, oh, he looks like he's high and drinking 40s.
Right.
So what makes you think other folks of that ilk that are owners and the way that they have treated other people that are against their agenda, such as a Colin Kaepernick, blackball this man out of the league? That's what's happening. Everybody wants to tap dance around that issue. He has been blackballed from the NFL to now turn around and support a black owner.
And mind you,
and this is a ownership group of ownership that has been a tight knit closed off ownership, where they have had several fights with the NFL Players Association over different things that's unrelated to race. Now, what makes you think they will accept someone of not only African American, but of Sean Combs, who has joked that he would make people mad and rename the Panthers the Black Panthers, which technically it is a Black Panther, but I don't see this group of owners, I should say, this group right now who we currently have supporting a black owner.
And you think about it too, majority of the owners are, of course, they're all white, Caucasian. You gotta keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real.
They're about 60, 70 years old.
On average.
They're gonna have that snob, mindset, looking down at P. Diddy. Because of course he has money in regards to P. Diddy, but I know he's not as big as some other owners in regards to their earnings. So it's gonna be like, it's like going to a whole new school, a whole new classroom, and you coming in, there's this whole new look,
right?
Adding color to the room,
literally,
and being frowned upon.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, I hope something can go down, but
I hope, like I've been saying, like with my pessimistic views on different things,
right? Cardinals.
The Cardinals. I hope I'm wrong on this too.
Yeah.
I hope we see a P. Diddy and his group retain ownership, gain ownership of the Panthers.
And then I think about it. I mean, you got a certain man in office who wasn't qualified, and he's running the free world.
Sure is.
So why can't Diddy dance around as an owner in Charlotte?
Why not?
And
why not?
We're in a time frame in which it's time for new things to come up.
Shoot, we got the Rock talking about seriously entertaining a 2020 presidential run. So why not?
Right. But I mean, it would be good just to see more change happen. I mean, heck, even if a woman wanted, I know Georgia Frontier, she was owner, but get more women, more minorities. It's time for a shakeup in something that's been normally the same since the beginning of time in regards to the NFL. So Diddy, we can see that you're serious now. Continue to, I know you're a smart businessman, so I know we ain't got to say anything whole week,
right?
But continue to do your research, get the right people.
Definitely,
that's going to be the biggest thing. Get the right people to get that right back and to show these owners, you know what, it's a brand new game, and I came to play, and I'm ready.
And you know what? And if he's shown anything throughout his business career, it's that he's fearless. You have to be fearless to make the moves that he was making in other industries. So he's definitely fearless, and that intimidation, he's not going to be intimidated by these owners. So it's all about right now getting the right people and the right investors beside you and make a run for this thing.
Right. So hopefully, Diddy, you can go ahead and come through, and then you can tell everybody, take that. All right. So college football. Now, there's been a lot of changes in college football in regards to some coaches.
Yes. Now, there's been some real changes, and some of the highlights. Well, the biggest fish in the sea that got what am I trying to say? They got caught by the UCLA Bruins.
Okay.
Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
That's a game changer for that university. That's the most coveted coach out there. He has been picked up by UCLA. It's going to be interesting to see how he does with that program. He could really turn it around and really bring some relevance football wise to that university. Then you have Scott Frost going to his alma mater where he was quarterback.
That should be a nice move for him.
Now he's taken a UCF team from worst to first.
Right.
And you've seen the extraordinary work he's done over there and with those guys. And, you know, he's going to take that same mindset, that same fire and energy over to Nebraska. And it's going to be interesting to see how that turns out.
Another big move, Herm Edwards going to Arizona State. A lot of people don't have a lot of high praise in regards to the results, meaning wins or getting to the national championship. He may be good for your child in regards to developing that person as a young man, but because he's been gone from the game for many, many years now, will he really leave a good impact in regards to a winning foundation and at Arizona State?
Yeah, we had some double crosses as well in these coaching changes. First, Jimbo Fisher leaving Florida State for Texas A&M
and taking the place of Kevin Sumlin.
One Kevin Sumlin, man, and Jimbo. I mean, people were angry over at FSU. I know there's some folks on my timeline who were Florida State fans who were kind of PO'd about Jimbo leaving. You know, the way he did it. And another person as well, Oregon, Willie Taggart leaving Oregon.
Who would have thought?
To Florida State.
Right.
And Willie Taggart, apparently, he didn't let his team know that he left. So there was players that's like, he fooled me.
What, you leaving?
Oh, you left? Oh,
you got to find out from everybody else except for your own coach.
Really? So Willie Taggart took that money and ran out of Oregon. He's going to Florida State now.
Right.
So it is interesting here to see how these moves are going to affect the college football world next year.
And more moves to come.
More moves to come. There's been other moves, but those have been the highlights right now.
Yeah. So a lot of moves. Once again, for all those who are watching our show, thank you. We appreciate it. Please feel free to comment anytime. Let us know your thoughts. Let's get into some good conversations. So now it's time to go over the top 25 in college basketball. So as we stand right now, let's go from 25 to number 1.
All right.
25, who you got, man?
We got Creighton.
24, Florida State.
23, Seton Hall.
22, Texas Tech.
21, Tennessee.
20, Cincinnati.
And at 19, we have Arizona.
18, we have Baylor.
And at 17, we got Oklahoma.
16, Purdue.
15, TCU.
14, KU.
And then at 13, Virginia.
12, Gonzaga.
At 11, we have Wichita State.
Number 10, we got West Virginia.
Number 9, Xavier.
Number 8, Texas A&M.
Number 7, Kentucky.
Number 6, the U, Miami.
Number 5, we got UNC.
Number 4, Duke.
Number 3, Arizona State.
2, Michigan State.
And number 1, Villanova.
Yeah, man. And this weekend, on a local tip, once again, we are from the STL. This weekend, this Saturday night at the Scott Trade Center, the renovated Scott Trade Center, the Bush Bragging Rights game.
Oh, yes.
Mizzou and Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
And this is going to be one of the best games, one of the most hyped games that we've had in the Bush Bragging Rights series.
Is that game sold out already?
They said tickets from the Mizzou side is more than likely it could be from the Illinois side. They still may have some tickets available for, whoever.
Okay.
So we got to find out and see if we can make it and do a broadcast from the Scott Trade. But this, once again, probably hasn't been as hyped since Frank Haight years at Mizzou. Council Martin's coming in. Mizzou is playing great. They are 10-2. I believe Illinois is a matter of fact.
I finally caught a game last night. Finally caught their game and actually watched them perform out there. They're pretty good, man.
Yeah, and all this without having their star player, Michael Porter Jr., playing. But it's excellent to see this team they're not the same anymore.
Nah, this is a
whole new
legit
team. You can tell.
I can't wait to see him in this top 25.
Yes, you can tell that Council Martin is laying down his foundation to the team. I want to see what Illinois' record is. So give me 1 second, y'all. We're gonna find out. Oh, here we go. They are overall 8-5. There we go. Yeah, their overall. Oops, where we go? The overall record is 8-5. There we go. Come on, internet. Let's scroll up a little bit here. Yeah, yep. All right. So they 8-5. Mizzou was 10-2. It's going to be a great game. Hey, if you're in the Lou, come on through Saturday night, 7 p.m. It's going to be live.
It's going down.
Yes, it's going down in the. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, it ain't going down there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. But and real quick, Council Martin, if you haven't heard, after the game they had last night against Stephen F. Austin, which it was an excellent game.
Yeah, it was definitely.
For the first time ever in his career, Council Martin decided to go to the opponent's locker room and give them praise on how great they played and how great of a team that they are and how hard they performed. They lost by 1 point against Mizzou. But Council Martin took it, what's what I want to say? He not take a chance, but he went out of his way to go to the opponent's locker room and give a nice little 1 minute speech just to say, hey, y'all played your butts off. Y'all have a good thing going. We hope to see y'all in March.
That's awesome, man. You don't hear that a lot going on in sports, man, where that's just great sportsmanship.
Right.
And that's just real recognized real.
Right.
And that's what it's all about.
And it got to the point that it really blew up around social media and everything. All you're seeing, all these viral videos of Council Martin. That is a great. Not saying this is planned or staged, and that's not how he rolls.
No,
he if you follow him, he's someone he'll keep it real with you. It doesn't matter who you are. And for him to go out his way to show love to an opponent, it says a whole lot about him. And all it's going to do is help the program of Mizzou for years to come, because
definitely
parents want to see their kids play for a guy like Council Martin, and then players, when they see how Mizzou is, how they change it from 1 year to the next,
they want to be a part of that.
They're 10-2. Last year they only had 9 wins or 8 wins, the whole season. So they're doing big things, and once again, shouts out to Conzo.
Yeah, they said Conzo. He doesn't lose. He's by like 64, 65 wins a season. He doesn't really lose that much.
Yeah, he
anywhere he goes.
Yeah, he's definitely a above 500 head coach, and he definitely has a lot of respect from his peers. So shouts out to Mizzou. Shouts out to Conzo Martin. So that was college basketball. Now it's time to get into the NBA.
Yes.
So how we looking on the West Coast, my brother?
On the West Side.
Yeah.
We got the Dallas Mavericks. We're going to start from 15-1, y'all. Dallas Mavericks. Terrible. Grizzlies, terrible. 14. 13, Kings. Suns at 12. 11, the Lakers. What are you doing?
Man.
10, the Clippers. What are you doing? Number 9, the Jazz. Number 8, the Pelicans. Number 7, we have the Thunder. Man, they just I don't know. They just not quite there. 6, Denver Nuggets. 5, we have the Portland Trail Blazers. 4, we have the Timberwolves standing strong. 3, we got the Spurs.
Kawhi is back.
2, Warriors, of course. They've won 9 games in a row. That's impressive.
Yes, it is.
But you know what's more impressive?
14 wins in a row.
Yes, the Rockets. They on fire, y'all. 14-game winning streak. And that's how it shakes up in the West.
And in the East, once again, going from 15 to number 1. 15, the Atlanta Hawks. 14, the Bulls. Now, I'm going to pause real quick. The Bulls have won 6 in a row. And it hasn't been just to no weak teams either. They've been playing some great teams, and they have won 6 in a row. Yes, they're 9-20. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
we know.
But they have won 6 in a row.
Calm down, internets.
Magic at number 13. Number 12, the Hornets. Number 11, the Nets. Number 10, Philadelphia 76ers. They've been sliding. 3-game losing streak. Joel Embiid has been out for 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
Number 9, Miami Heat. Number 8, the Knicks. Number 7, Pacers. Number 6, the Wizards. Number 5, the Bucks. Number 4, Detroit
Basketball.
Number 3, the Raptors. Number 2, the Cavaliers. Number 1, Boston. What are y'all thoughts, y'all? Everyone, what are y'all thoughts in regards to the NBA season? I see Jonathan is he's like, what? They had Thunder at 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thunder is at 7.
It's not looking good right now for PG and Russell Westbrook and Carmelo.
They can't quite click.
And yes, the Rockets are bowling.
They are balling, y'all, man. I mean, 14 wins in a row, my goodness. And before that, what was it? How many games the Celtics have in a row?
It was about 13, 14.
About 13, 14.
And then the Cavaliers had, I think, a 12-game winning streak.
It's the year of the streaks
Yes,
here,
it
man.
is. They're going streaking.
Yeah, they are going streaking in the NBA, man. Not like that, y'all.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it is interesting, man. But hey, Christmas is next Monday.
Yes, it is.
It's the midway point of the season, and that's the game we've been waiting on for ever since the season started.
Yes.
So I got my calendar circled on the 25th to watch some NBA basketball. I can't wait.
Now, granted, Steph Curry already announced that he would not be playing on Christmas Day because he's hurt.
Yeah.
But that's not going to take away from still having a great game, because you're going to have LeBron James face off against Kevin Durant. It won't be like LeBron James and with Isaiah Thomas and whatever, and Kevin Durant with Steph Curry. No, you're gonna see
head up
the 2 best players in the NBA go mano a mano on Christmas Day, and I cannot wait for that matchup.
Yeah,
LeBron is, and I think we talked about this last week. He's playing probably the best basketball close to his career or in a very long time. For him to be almost 33 years old, and he's out there just doing his thing, outside jumper looking good, free throws, but overall, one of the best seasons that he has had in a very long time.
Yeah.
And Kevin Durant, he's doing his thing. He's comfortable.
He's held it down.
Right. He's held it down. Even with Steph Curry not playing, once again, Golden State has a 9-game winning streak because Durant is now taking over the team. Because,
definitely.
Hey, that's what great players do. Hey, one guy's down. Don't worry. Hop on my skinny back, shoulders.
Next man
y'all.
up. It's all about next man up in sports.
So, speaking of someone that had a lot of weight on his shoulders and didn't have no problem doing it from the moment he got drafted to the time that he retired. This man here, the first player ever to have both of his numbers on the same team, retired. And that's one Kobe Bean Bryant. It was a nice ceremony.
Yeah.
Very cool to
nice
see.
Ceremony.
It's always cool to see a lot of the old players come back. You be like, I ain't seen him in a long time.
Right.
But yes, with Kobe Bryant having both of his jerseys retired, does that make him the greatest Laker ever?
Let me say this about Kobe. I hated Kobe Bryant. I really did. Kobe, I was one of the biggest Kobe haters. I was on the Kobe hate club. It was a fan club. It was the hate club. Man, I still believe that Kobe was the one that broke up that great Lakers team with Shaq. I thought he was immature at times, a lot of times. I thought that he was a Jordan wannabe. They even wore his uniform the way Jordan wore it, even talked like Jordan, try to walk like Jordan. And, I think Jordan is the greatest of all time. And here comes this imposter that wants to take over Jordan's legacy. That's Kobe Bryant to me. I hated this guy. Is he the greatest Laker ever? Yes. I got to give credit where credit's due. Kobe Bryant. If you really think about it, you think of the great Lakers, what they've done in their careers.
Magic
Johnson. Kareem. Magic Johnson
Shaq.
Didn't win as many rings.
Will Chamberlain.
Jerry
West.
Yeah.
I mean, we can keep going on, but,
I mean, 5 championships ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Sure, man.
And a lot of those teams,
the rings.
He didn't really have that complimentary player except for Shaq. Other than that, it was him.
Hey, he had now. Not saying he was scrub or anything.
Right now, he wasn't playing with scrubs,
he had Paul Gasol and Andrew Bynum, and hey, they were rolling.
They wasn't no Scottie Pippen,
right? You had Lamar Odom,
right?
You had Ron Artest. Of course, Derek.
They wasn't no Kevin Durant's,
right? You're right. And it was so big for him to be able to win a championship without having Shaq.
Yeah.
That was the question. That was so big for him.
And boy, I was rooting hard against Kobe when Shaq left too. I was rooting, and he just hurt my heart every time he won.
And we just found out, breaking news, that Siddall is not the only one in the hate Kobe club. Jonathan is also part of that club as well.
As I look back on it, you know how things change. When you're in the heat of it, things kind of you have a chance to step back and look at it with a clear eye. Kobe was one of the greats. Dude. He really was. And he was one of the most fiercest competitors out there.
Fierce.
He will eat you up, spit you out. He did not care.
Yeah.
He wanted to win at all costs. And he had one of the greatest work ethics of all time in sports.
This man, he said yesterday. Was it yesterday that he had that they had his game? He said in the press conference that he still wakes up right now at 4 a.m. to work out. Even to this day, he says it's just programmed in him, because that's what he did when he was a player. Now player that he would wake up every morning at 4 a.m. He said he knew that he wasn't hooping anymore, but he would still just work out. So that tells you the drive that this man possesses. You said he was intense and one of the most fierce competitors. I was looking at a video on Twitter, and he was in practice facing off against Jeremy Lin, and that was so much old school intensity. He was calling Jeremy Lin all kind of names, saying F-bombs. Oh, this mother effer ain't ready. This mother effer, he ain't trying to play. He was straight lighting them up. He said, that's how I come when it's practice time. I come in here, I make MF scared. He was going off.
Kind of reminiscent of when Jordan came back to the Bulls that one time and showed that youngster, I think it was Elton Brand or somebody.
Yeah.
It was just schooling them.
It was such a classic. Matter of fact, I did retweet it. But just check it out. Kobe Bryant, Jeremy Lin, Lakers practice. Go on YouTube and check it out.
Yeah.
But just to see that kind of intense, everybody else was quiet. All you heard was Kobe Bryant just going off at Lin. Look at him. He's scared. He gonna shoot it. Jeremy Lin shot it, bowling off the rim.
In his head.
Man, that's what Kobe Bryant did. But
that's why they call him the Black Mamba, man.
You said greatest Laker.
Yeah, definitely.
I say greatest Laker as well.
Yeah, you gotta give credit.
this man, everybody wants to say LeBron, stuff like that, but Kobe Bryant was the closest thing to Michael Jordan. Do you recall on YouTube or any kind of sites, they had like a side-by-side video of how Kobe Bryant was walking?
I seen it walking.
A certain shot, like a fadeaway he would
take. Yeah, the fadeaway, he took that, man.
Everything was...
The wristband on the forearm. I mean, the same forearm. I mean, the whole thing, man.
Jonathan says Kobe was a bully. Sometimes you gotta be like that to wake some other guys up.
Yeah, that's it.
But
George sure was.
And he also said Odom was playing his best ever. He was. Lamar Odom played his best ever when he was with Kobe. Same thing with Paul Gasol.
But again, like these guys wasn't like the complimentary players that Jordan had, that these other players had to win championships. So it was basically him.
Yeah, and
it was on him.
People will always be like, "Why he always shooting that much?" Look at the team he had,
and because he can, he was making them, wasn't it?
Right.
And as far as clutch situations,
my gosh. Man,
he was clutch.
Come on now.
I mean, I can't even count. I can't even count them how many times he just came up in clutch situations, just as much as Michael Jordan has, man.
Right.
Shot after shot.
He wanted the ball.
Look at the 81-point game.
Right.
Look at his last game he ever played.
60 points. It's crazy.
Clutch.
He feared no one. You
can't hate on that.
No, you can't hate on.
I hate Kobe Bryant as a player, but I can't hate on what he's done. Can't do it.
And then you see how the league is now and how soft it is.
Oh, they're so soft.
Then you see old videos of Kobe Bryant, and it's like, man, can we bring the old school back? You know,
he was not your friend on the court.
It's truly amazing.
He wasn't hugging it up right there, at half court.
And it's kind of like
the game.
It's kind of one of those old things where you don't really appreciate something until you see it's gone.
Yeah.
And just seeing old videos of him, seeing how the game is being played now, is like, wow, Kobe, man, dude was truly amazing, and once again, greatest Laker ever. So congrats to you, to your family, Lakers organization. Real quick,
I still hate Kobe Bryant, the player.
Real quick, did you see that interview with Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas?
Wow, dude.
Wow.
That, man, I almost had a man tear roll down my cheek, dog.
I'm telling you.
Because, okay, if you haven't seen it, it's a clip of Magic Johnson.
Who?
And Magic Johnson. I don't even say it like him. Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson, y'all.
Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas, the former, the older Isaiah Thomas.
The Pistons.
Yeah. Basically, if you've been sleeping under a rock in the NBA for the past 30 years, you know about this feud,
right,
that they've had ever since the times that the Lakers and the Pistons played each other in the playoffs, and in the
even the whole Dream Team thing too.
Right. There's rumors going around. There was rumors going around. I think Johnson confirmed it, that he kept Isaiah Thomas off the original Dream Team because of this whole feud. And I mean, it was very nasty feud. But they sat down in an interview together, and basically emotional interview, but Magic extended his hand and apologized, and they hugged it out, man. And that was just a powerful moment.
It was.
Yeah, it really was.
It was definitely great, man. And
I'm waiting on your boy LeBron James and Kyrie Irving to do the same thing.
Lord. probably in about 20 years,
right?
See something like that.
But yeah, that was. I mean, life's short, y'all. You can't be feuding with people that you care about, man. And you just never know. Trust me, I know. You don't know what's gonna happen the next week.
No, you don't.
So that's a beautiful thing to see. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and yeah, John, he did say Magic Johnson.
Magic.
But yeah, check it out on YouTube. Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, and the interview they recently had, man, it was definitely touching. You know, Isaiah Thomas, he's always been one, you know, being very emotional as well. But to see Magic also get emotional too with him, you know, it was real deep. I hope that can bring more love towards each other, man, as brothers, man. You know, and you know, whether even as well as, you know, the women. If y'all got these long petty grudges over stuff that shouldn't be existing, man,
or stuff you forgot about,
let that stuff go. Life is too short. You don't know what's going to happen. You know, make things happen now. You know, bottom line, mend all them old fences. Mend them old fences, whatever.
Right.
Patch them up. Do what you gotta do. But look at that video and be inspired, man, because it was a good thing to look, to look at last night.
It was a good look, man.
So shouts out to him. So that was basketball, y'all.
Yeah, we in the NHL, man.
Yeah,
I think this is your wheelhouse. I'm still learning the game.
Still getting there. So Eastern Conference, once again, how
I do know the point system and how they're ranked, so I know that.
Ready to go. So once again, it's all about points. Once again. 2 points if you win a game. 1 point if you at least get into overtime. You get 0 points if you lose. So once again, 2 points gets applied to your record in regards to if you win a game. 1 point if you make it to overtime. No points if you lose. So leading in the Atlantic Division, Eastern Conference, Tampa Bay Lightning, 50 points. Maple Leafs, 43 points. Bruins, 39. Canadiens, 34. Red Wings, 33. Panthers, 31. Senators, 29. Sabres, 23. In the Metropolitan Division, Capitals, 45. Devils, 43. Rangers, 41. Blue Jackets, 41. Islanders, 39. Penguins, 37. Flyers, 35. Hurricanes, 35. West Coast, what we got?
All right, we got the Predators right now, and the Blues tied at 46 points, man. The Predators, I know the Blues have been hurt past couple weeks. Some of the key players has been hurt.
Yeah.
So it's kind of showing right now. They're tied at 46. You got the Winnipeg Jets at 45, Blackhawks at 39, and the Wild at 39, and the Stars at 39.
The Blackhawks are coming, y'all. 5-game
winning streak.
Watch out also for Winnipeg. And then once again, Nashville Predators. They were the Western Conference representatives going to the Stanley Cup last year. They lost in I think 6 games to Pittsburgh, but they are coming on strong.
Yeah, Avalanche is trailing behind at 34 there. In the Pacific Division.
Who?
Pacific Division. It's a running joke, y'all. We have the Golden Knights and the Kings both at 46 points. And then we have the Sharks at 38, Flames at 37, the Ducks at 36, the Canucks at 34, Oilers 32, and then the Coyotes at 19. They lost 7 straight. They're doing bad.
Yeah, pretty crazy. So that's the NHL. I hope that eventually St. Louis can get another Arena Classic. And it's something that we can check out. We also got to check out the game, period. Just go to a Blues game.
Yes, your boy hasn't been at a game, so got to check this out. See what all the fuss is about here.
And Jonathan, thanks for the love, bro. Have a safe. I don't know if you are in the airport or if you're just chilling in Arkansas, but thanks for watching the show from where you are at. Thanks for the love. He said he's about to head out. Much love, peace, and soul. But love to you, bro. So, up next,
the last topic of the night, the wrestling business.
Wrestling. Now, we recently had the Clash of Champions, which was actually a good show. It was a very nice show. A couple of highlights.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard the controversy at the very end.
Yeah, a couple of highlights in which I'm pretty sure you're referring to the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn match versus Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura. And Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon both were referees. So it was pretty crazy. And the end result was basically Daniel Bryan. Well, first, Shane McMahon had the opportunity to count 1, 2, 3 when I believe Kevin Owens had the pin on Randy Orton, or was the Sami Zayn had on Randy Orton, one of the two. And Shane McMahon counted 1, 2, and then he kept his hand up.
Ha!
The reason why is that if Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn would have lost that match, they would have been fired from the WWE, and Shane would have loved for that to happen.
Oh yeah, they would have loved it. He would have loved
But he was like, I ain't doing it. Daniel Bryan confronted Shane McMahon. They've been having a little beef ever since Shane McMahon had the what was it called? 2 months ago, the Raw, not takeover, but
the Survivor Series.
Yeah, but you know the whole thing where SmackDown came.
Oh, the SmackDown invasion or something like that.
Under siege.
Under siege. That's what it was.
Daniel Bryan wasn't really happy with how Shane McMahon did that without Daniel Bryan knowing about it. So they've been kind of going back and forth, having a little tension going on. That's why Daniel Bryan wanted to be a part of the match. He wanted to make sure that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn was being treated fairly and not being cheated on, which Shane was trying to do that. But in the match, basically, Daniel Bryan had enough of Shane McMahon acting crazy as a referee. So the moment that Owens and Sami Zayn had the opportunity to pin someone, Daniel Bryan did a quick 1, 2, 3 count. And that was it.
Cheating.
Yeah. So that was pretty crazy.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Charlotte, she beat Natalya for the women's championship. It was a lumberjack match. She won that. After the match, Natalya kind of hinted at maybe leaving the company. So she said, after 10 years, I've given all I had, and y'all don't love me no more. That kind of stuff.
Y'all don't love me.
Right. They had a tag team match, Fatal 4-Way. It was the Usos. It was Rusev. And what's old boy name? Golly. Not Simon. Yes, Simon. What's his name? Simon? No, not Simon. What's his name?
Oh,
golly, tip of the tongue. But it'll come back to me in a second. I forgot his name. Sorry about that, y'all. I want to say it was Simon Gotch something. It's showing just who had like the biggest performances of the night. Oh my Lord, it's coming to me. The dude who be singing all the time.
Yeah. Silas.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh my goodness! Somebody chime in. Aiden English.
That's it. Aiden English.
There we go.
Thank you, T-Bone.
Thank you, T-Bone.
He came through.
T-Bone came through
he
again.
Came through and held us down.
Thank you.
Shouts out to you. But yeah, so Rusev and Aiden English. Then you had the New Day. Then you had the Usos. It was a great match.
Yeah.
Any match with the Usos and the New Day are usually like classics. But to also see, there's been a lot of pop with Aiden English and Rusev.
Rusev, first of all,
especially more on Rusev.
Rusev, just outside of wrestling and his interviews and things, this dude is actually a cool dude to hang out with, it seems like.
Yeah.
I mean, funny, witty. Like his in-ring character is like the opposite, you know. Right. This guy is Rusev Crush. Outside the ring, you know, he's cool, laid back. He's talking about different things, and people actually like that personality. You know, the Rusev Day is out, you know, and I think they should play on that, man. But this is the WWE. But
T-Bone, how you feel about the push that Rusev may be getting very soon?
Hopefully he's getting a push.
Yeah. I think it's coming because especially when the fans start seeing, when McMahon and whoever else, they're seeing the reactions that he's getting.
Yeah.
You can tell that it's a different vibe coming in regards to Rusev. But once again, that was a good match. Usos did end up winning that match. Another match, a triple threat. Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, and glorious Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler
Dolph Ziggler?
won the
They finally
match
gave Dolph Ziggler something?
after a long time coming. Yeah.
The most famous jobber of all time?
Yeah. Yeah. After a long time. Yes, he got the belt. So
Finally, man. It's about time.
that was for the United States Championship belt. Then you had the main event.
Or yeah, Rusev Day or is that Organic League getting over? Yeah. That was the best. He said that was the best tag match.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So the main event,
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal, AJ Styles. And this says a whole lot. And T-Bone, I'm pretty sure you will agree. AJ Styles did win the match. It was a cool match, but you still feel that there's something missing from the moves that Jinder Mahal has. It's like AJ Styles, he can adapt.
Yeah.
He has so many different ways of striking.
Right.
Jinder Mahal is that more so pound and ground, just that, just straightforward. He doesn't really have a lot of different move sets.
That's experience. It's experience, I think.
One thing that I read about today that I said, you know what, that raises a good point. When you see high profile matches with the top guys, let's say like the Roman Reigns and the John Cena's, back then the CM Punk, even like right now AJ Styles or Brock Lesnar, how many times have you actually seen top guys like them submit?
Not a lot of times.
Think about that. How many times have you seen John Cena tap out?
Yeah. And I think it goes against his whole persona and character to tap out, it's just that's just not what he does. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Right. The Rock. He doesn't
Stone Cold. The Rock did, tap and stuff. But that's, it was part of his character. But Stone Cold, no, he was the toughest SOB in the WWE. Doesn't tap out.
So
never give up, right.
So
John Cena.
The reason why I say that is because that was like
Austin tap as a heel. Yeah, he did. But once he had that match against Bret Hart, with the blood and all that right. Changed everything.
Yeah.
The double heel turn, the double switch, whatever it was you want to call it.
But the reason why I bring that up is McMahon, Triple H, whoever, they made sure that Jinder Mahal lost in that fashion, which symbolizes his run as a top player. It's over. Because like I said, you don't see Roman Reigns. You don't see Cena's. You don't see the AJ Styles. You don't see the guys like them tap out to a submission. You don't see Undertaker.
Yeah, you don't see Undertaker.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not going to happen. No. That's true. That's interesting.
So, looks like the run for Jinder Mahal may be finally over.
Yeah, he said Kurt Angle, Unforgiven 01, tapped out also. See, I forgot who I was dealing with right here.
T-Bone
this is the human Wikipedia of wrestling. Yes. But that's Kurt Angle.
Right.
Ankle lock. 01 Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
He was a beast.
He had the move still.
Yeah.
But so, like that was the biggest takeaway in regards to that match. It looks like, and like even 2 weeks ago when they had their WWE tour in India, Triple H faced Jinder Mahal.
Right.
You would have thought Jinder Mahal would have won that match, right?
Shoot, first of all, you would have thought Jinder Mahal could have held his own in the top spot against someone else. You had to throw Triple H in there.
And what happened? Jinder Mahal lost. And then after the match, Triple H had Jinder Mahal dancing around like a monkey in the middle of the ring to celebrate, while they were in Mahal's home country in India. They danced in the middle of the ring, doing all kind of funny stuff. It was like, really? Like, this came from being a champion to now losing to Triple H and now doing dances in the middle of the ring.
Right. It's crazy. T-Bone said Triple H and Michaels tapped out to Benoit.
Sure did.
T-Bone, I tap out to you.
He did.
For the tap outs. I tap out to you, T-Bone.
But
I quit.
But Now that's true.
Gender should be at the U.S. title level. Yeah.
Now, T-Bone, what I will say in regards to that Triple H and Shawn Michaels, they really wasn't considered top stars during that time when Chris Benoit, they wasn't on the level like John Cena and Roman Reigns are right now. That's why they tapped out. I kind
of agree.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't they weren't as like the guys during that time frame when Chris Benoit had them tap out.
But nonetheless, it's Triple H.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, Triple H. I mean, we saw Triple H tap out a few times in WrestleManias and whatever else. So he's used to doing that. No, he's kind of like that. Bring up the talent kind of guy. Make someone else look good. So he tapped out a few times.
Yeah, he does that.
You know what I'm saying? And then Shawn Michaels during that time, I don't even recall him even having the belt. for during that period. So I don't consider those two being in the same rank as Roman Reigns and Undertaker
as the top guy.
Right, as the guy.
The guy.
They weren't gonna tap out like that.
Like Brock Lesnar of today will not tap out.
Right. You gonna see that. You won't see Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman ain't tapping. Right.
Yeah. He said their feud was the main feud while Benoit was semi-main. But you're right. For two baby faces, they typically don't tap.
Yeah.
Right. So, there you go. Let's go to Monday Night Raw.
Let's go.
I know we had some matches. Roman Reigns actually was not there this past Monday night. Don't know what was going on, but his Shield members were. And during the match that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins had, along with Jason Jordan, when they faced off against Sheamus, Cesaro, and Samoa Joe, Joe. Dean Ambrose was outside the ring, and along with Samoa Joe, Sheamus, Cesaro. Seth Rollins wanted to do one of his aerial moves, going from one side of the ring to the other, jump over the top of the ropes out to the crowd. And during that time frame, Dean Ambrose suffered an actual real injury in regards to his elbow, and he had to have surgery. So he may be out for a minute. So the Shield is going to be more likely gone again for a minute.
Fun while it lasted.
Yeah. So let's see here. He said, looked like the finish was improvised to clear the match out. Yeah. And that's what I saw too. Because I think as soon as you saw Dean Ambrose land on the ground when he was by the barricade, like right after that, you saw like a little switch. Like, okay, let's find a way to end it real quick. So as soon as Rollins got back in the ring, Sheamus came out of nowhere with the bro kick. Match was over in less than 10 seconds. As soon as you saw Ambrose on the ground doing this in pain, you saw, okay, switch it up. And that's what happened. So, yes, T-Bone, I also noticed that as well.
That's how professionals
that was kind of like, remember that one match years ago? It was Chris Jericho versus someone, and someone got injured. And Chris Jericho was trying to pull the referee to say, trying to cause a DQ on purpose. But the ref wasn't getting it at first. He like, what you doing? What you doing? Jericho trying to protect the guy that.
Yeah, he's trying to protect the guy.
And the ref wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
Until Jericho had to do something more, to get.
Or one of the most famous floods when Batista and John Cena both came out, fell out of the Royal Rumble at the same time, and John Cena was supposed to lose.
Yeah.
and Vince McMahon came out there, got into the ring, busted both quads,
right?
Was laying there, and now they were fighting. Like, no, I did. And to restart the match. Now that was funny.
Yeah. So it looks like once again Ambrose is gonna be out for a minute as well. We found out that it's gonna be a triple threat match for the Universal Championship.
I predicted this last week.
Brock Lesnar.
I predicted the whole match for you.
And Braun Strowman.
I already told you what's going to happen in the match. You just got to go back people and look through our archive to tell you to find out what I said about this triple threat that I already knew was gonna happen.
Right. So let's see what goes down with that match. But the biggest takeaway from this past Monday night was the announcement that for the first time ever, we will have a women's Royal Rumble match.
Wow. They got enough women competing to do it.
Yes, they do. From SmackDown and Raw, they have it all. And it should be a good one. I look forward to it. This, you may see the debut of maybe one Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
And then today, Chris Cyborg, if y'all know who I'm talking about from UFC, she had a little tweet saying the Royal Rumble can't go down without me being in it. So
interesting. Now she is built for wrestling.
There may be some surprises. Who knows? You may see like Trish Stratus come out of nowhere. You may see Lita. Who you don't know.
In the regular Royal Rumble, that's what you see. You see these people just come back from injury or just out of retirement, back from not being in the company for a while. You never know.
Yes.
Lita might join the thing.
Right. So I look forward to it, man. Shouts out to the women, man. That is what you call revolutionizing the game.
Yeah.
Right there. SmackDown.
He said, cool with the women's Rumble. Did not like execution of the announcement.
Oh, you talking about how like Stephanie came out and was being so happy-go-lucky? I'm pretty sure she's probably talking about that. But I mean, I saw it coming. When I saw all the women in the ring, and then all of a sudden you heard Stephanie McMahon. I said right in there, she gonna announce it. She gonna announce it. We got a new follower, Albert.
Yeah.
You know him?
I don't know.
That makes it even better.
Yeah.
People that we don't even know. Come on in
and join in on the conversation.
So, Albert, welcome to the platform. When it's about sports,
it becomes our business.
This is a weekly show every Wednesday night right here, Facebook Live.
Well, he knows that. That's why he fanned us,
You know what I'm saying? 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But yeah, welcome to the show. You see our topics. Right now we're at wrestling, so we're pretty much almost over with the show. But if you see anything that you want to discuss, please let us know. We love to go back and forth and have a good time as well. T-Bone Funk said, he said Mrs. Funk was watching and said when Stephanie came out and said, weren't they just fighting? Exactly. So
right.
Like 1 second
they just fighting?
You saw Absolution, getting into it with Sasha Banks and Alicia Fox, etc. Then all of a sudden here comes Stephanie. Hey guys, Revolution. Everyone come together. And like you now see,
the logic sometimes logic eludes the WWE. It's like, you gotta use common sense logic. Like, you just fighting, you're supposed to be mad at each other.
Right.
Why are you now hugged up and celebrating?
Right.
So it doesn't make sense.
And then I don't know if it was meant for the cameras to broadcast it live, but like you saw Nia Jax all giddy and she hugged Stephanie McMahon. She's like,
that's not what you do. Y'all ain't supposed to be hugging.
It was kind of like everything was, what they call that? Out of kayfabe or something like that.
He said Nia hugged Alexa, just seemed out of character.
Yeah, that too. It seemed like everyone got out of character.
Yeah, kayfabe is what you. Yeah,
everybody.
We all know. We know this is the big secret now, but still,
right?
It's still supposed to follow logic.
Supposed to be like, like at the end of the show, everyone looking at each other like, I'm gonna win this.
Right.
Not know we are family.
Right.
Get up, everybody, and say, we are. It wasn't supposed to be like that. But hey, it is what it is. What can you say? I think I just found a screenshot.
Yeah, right. But yeah, Raw, man.
And exactly. T-Bone said, why would Alexa Bliss be happy? She's the champ. they would be coming after her.
She ain't supposed to. She's never happy about anything.
But the thing is that she's happy for, being a woman and what they're about to do in regards to breaking ground. However,
she got to stay in character.
She's not even going to be in the match because she's already a champion.
Right.
Just like on SmackDown, Charlotte won't be in the match because she's already the SmackDown champion.
They know something we don't know.
But shouts out once again to the women. They're going to hold things down, having 2 Royal Rumble matches. That's going to be pretty interesting.
They're not going to put it all combined?
Oh, no.
That's what the regular Royal Rumble does. SmackDown and Raw all gets in there.
Oh, no. I'm saying.
The
women.
Oh,
I'm still the men.
Okay.
Yeah,
right. I got kind of like they.
I'm like, come on now.
I was really gonna go off.
You scared me, bro.
I was gonna go off on them like, this is stupid. Okay.
Yeah. So I look forward to it. SmackDown. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin. They fair and square beat the Usos this past Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So that says a whole lot right there.
Yeah.
Contenders for the belt possibly. They been looking good, man. Chad Gable had this one part of the match Sunday night where he pretty much did this one little. He'll throw him against the post, and then he'll do a suplex on him. And he did it on like smaller guys to really big guys, like he did Rusev. I think he did the Usos. I think he did Big E. I mean, it was really impressive. So, shouts out to them as well. Dolph Ziggler came out and was like, basically telling the crowd, y'all don't deserve my presence here. And he left out the ring, leaving the belt in the middle of the ring and walked away. So kind of like, is he teasing some type of, you know what? I'm gonna leave this joker now.
I'm up.
I got the belt, but now I don't even need it. I
always say he'd probably be a good indie wrestler. Come back and be, have a more of cachet.
Yeah. Then SmackDown had a lot of tag team matches, like Mahal, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Randy Orton, in which Randy Orton's team did win. I know you had a few women's matches, Charlotte Flair, Naomi versus Sarah Logan and Ruby Riott, in which Flair and Naomi won. Naomi was officially named the first person to officially be in the match for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But, hey, looking forward to the Royal Rumble goes down in 6 weeks, man.
It's going down, man. One of my favorite big four pay-per-view events. So
what's that? Rumble. SummerSlam, Royal Rumble,
WrestleMania, and of course Survivor Series.
There we go. All right, so that was wrestling, y'all. If you have anything else you want to talk about in regards to wrestling, let us know. We got a few more minutes left to go. Up next, Idiot of the Week.
I never really got a chance to really see who was the idiot this week. You got one?
Man, I really can't think of one right now.
I don't know. I would give it to that referee pulling out the card.
Man, that was so crazy.
And then the explanation that it was just another thing to see. Like it didn't even make sense. Or the other guy that said we had what was it when he bobbled the ball? What did he say?
The referee told us he did not survive the ground.
He did not survive the ground.
Okay. T-Bone Funk has Booker T as the idiot of the week. Please elaborate. I may have a feeling why he said that, because there was a point.
I know there was one time, the famous point where he was an idiot, where he said the
man, that was so funny.
Hulk Hogan. For his commentary about Oscar.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
I don't know if it was about Oscar in regards to what I was thinking about, but I know it was a part of commentary in which he just did not sound like he had some compelling arguments in regards to him and Michael Cole going back and forth.
Sometimes he's just flip flop and wishy washy as a commentator. You don't know what at first he's liking something and then he hates something. And it's like, he's never consistent.
Yeah. So, idiot of the week. Outside of that, man, I really can't think of a whole lot right now.
Maybe that's good.
Maybe
that's good.
Right.
We can't think of it with idiot of the week.
I mean, I can always pull up something on
we can always find something. There's always an idiot. There's an idiot every day.
Idiot right there, stuff like that.
Right.
But there's an idiot made every day. And right now, I think that we are pretty good with not having any idiots.
Congratulations. You did yourself.
Congratulations. But if I find something, I will go ahead and post it on our page.
He said rewatch the Oscar and Alicia match. You'll see it.
Yeah, we'll check that out. Most definitely. Once again, man, 2 weeks in a row going strong. These comments, people coming in, new people liking the page.
Yeah.
People on IG, they in
IG land, we haven't forgot about you.
There you go. Which leads to this: what if we received an email from either like 101 ESPN or Fox Sports Midwest, or let's say even ESPN, like, what, we saw y'all stuff and we want to bring y'all talents and do a segment on our show.
First of all, I'll pick myself up off the floor from fainting. And yeah, I mean, it'll be pretty cool one day. Hey, right now I'm just having fun doing what we're doing right now. So
exactly.
We don't get as big as we are right now. I'm having fun doing this. So that'll just be a bonus.
Yeah, and I can't recall who told me this, but someone saw our page last week and watched the show and was basically saying, y'all doing some cool things.
That's dope.
And how the show is being ran. It's not like just whatever kind of talking show and where it's like just all willy-nilly, how we got the setup to the show.
We try this. We do this for the people, man.
The production. Yeah, we don't play. We love doing what we do, but we want to make sure it's still done at a nice professional way, and we have fun with it. You got to have structure on certain things. So we want to make sure that we're here on time, having a good show. Producing something great. We got plans on getting some updated microphones, so you won't see all this anymore.
Right.
We're all in the works. Maybe not maybe, of getting a different background set up, get more sports memorabilia behind us, even getting a nice backdrop going on as well. So
never know.
We have a lot of stuff coming, y'all. And like I said, if ESPN or anyone, 101 ESPN got us and say, hey, we want y'all to do something for us, hey, we here because we can bring our own flavor. We always don't know what we how we do things because of our chemistry. Hey, I would be like, here we go.
Why not?
It's coming.
Speaking into the universe, man.
Speaking into existence.
All right. So my what if is with football, my favorite sport.
All
right. So what if the Rams, of course, make it to the playoffs? They make it to the playoffs. What if they win the first round or the first round that they're played in? After they win that game, how far do they go? Do they lose or do they keep going and go to the Super Bowl?
The Rams have one of the best road records of all the NFL. They would prefer to play all their games on the road if they had the opportunity. So with that being said, especially without having Carson Wentz,
well, they got to play one. If they win the division, they're going to have to play one home game.
Exactly.
And they win that.
Exactly.
And then what happens?
They have to win that one. But if they win that one, more than likely they'll be playing a team like Minnesota or a team like Philadelphia. I can see them going to both places because the Rams have that defense.
Careful.
They have
Careful.
They have that defense, and with the great rushing game, Sean McVay, he's gonna bring out all the magic in regards to the offense.
Not the magic.
No, the magic.
Okay.
I see the Rams. I do. I can see them going. I won't be surprised if they go to the Super Bowl. I would not be surprised if they go to the Super Bowl. They have the right makeup. They got the swag going. And like I said, they love playing on the road. They have that me against the world mentality, or us against the world mentality. And you got to have that when you go to the playoffs.
I am along the same lines. I believe I wouldn't be surprised if they go to the Super Bowl.
Right.
But I think they would lose, but pretty darn closely. NFC Championship game. And of course, I wouldn't surprise me if they go all the way to the Super Bowl. My goodness. And they have a shot. They really do. Now, last week kind of, made us happy. I don't know what they're going to do the last two games. But, man, the way they played this past week is showing basically their full potential.
Mm-hmm.
The team they beat wasn't the Browns. These were the Seahawks.
Right.
And so, man, the sky's the limit. Even if no matter what they do this year, the sky's the limit for the Los Angeles Rams.
It is.
Go Rams.
And let's see. I'm looking at our page. Do you know a Ariel Williams? Ariel Williams. Ariel?
Maybe. Oh.
She shared our video and everything.
No, I don't know her.
Okay. Well, hey, shouts out to you as well.
All right, shouts out to you.
Looks like Eli, he shared our video to NAW.
Yes, to NAW.
Yeah, yes.
The Nation of African American Wrestling.
There we go, right there. Post it.
Hey, the word is spreading, y'all.
It is. It definitely is. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Hey, man, let's wrap this thing on up.
Yeah. Once again, shouts out to everyone who checked out our show. Oh, look, I see you, Richard. Rich, I see you, man.
Yeah.
Therapeutic.
Just Rich.
Shouts out to Steve Wood. What's up with you, Wood? But yeah, man, we out another week.
Yes, sir.
I hope y'all enjoy the show. We out of here. I am your boy Smoooth.
And I'm Siddall.
When it's about sports,
it becomes our business.
And by the way, Merry Christmas, y'all.
Yes, and Happy New Year. But that's next week.
Yeah.
Happy New Year next week.
Next week, we will have our predictions for the college football playoff.
Birdman hand rub.
And
Power up on them.
See y'all later.